Hi, kindergarten. It's Miss Balo. Um, I'm creating this video to help you with your worksheets for the next 2 weeks for music. What you'll be doing this week is we're going to talk a little bit about different types of notes. Before the school closure, we started talking a little bit about how notes can have long sounds or short sounds. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in this video. And you're going to begin learning how to draw those notes. So the first page I have for you is a whole note. Now, a whole note is a long sound. A whole note is held for 4 beats, and I like to use the sound of a bee buzzing for a whole note because that's kind of a long sound. So I'm going to tap on my desk, and you're going to hear that I made the sound for 4 taps. Bzzz. Notice how that was a long sound held for 4 beats. And that is a whole note, kind of like a bee buzzing. So on your worksheet, you're going to trace it, draw a whole note, and then practice putting a whole note on the music staff. Okay? So notice the whole note looks a lot like a shape you've probably learned in kindergarten. It looks kind of like an oval. So you'll just trace the ovals or the whole notes in this line. Then you're going to practice drawing it in these boxes. Then you are going to put it on the staff like they do right here. And they put the whole note right in this space. So I want you to keep all your whole notes that you make on this same space that they did, okay? All right, the next note we're going to look at is a half note. Now, a half note is only held for 2 beats. And in quaver, we kind of talked about this one before the school closure too, with the wow and bup. So the wow is like a half note. It gets held for 2 beats. Wow. Notice how I tapped the desk 2 times for 2 beats. So a half note kind of adds an extra step than the whole note had. We're still drawing a little oval. It's a little smaller than the whole note was, but then we're adding a stem to the note. So the stem is just going to go straight up. It almost looks kind of like the letter D, a lowercase d. So you'll practice tracing them. Then you'll practice drawing them in your boxes. Then you'll practice putting it on the staff. Okay? Now, you can use whichever space you want on the staff to practice your half notes, okay? You can use any space you want, but just make sure that that oval stays right in that space, okay? The last one we're going to look at is the quarter note. The quarter note is a short sound. That's like the bup, 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 bup that we were doing before the school closed. The quarter note gets 1 beat, bup. So it's a short sound. Okay? And notice it looks an awful lot like the half note. There's just one difference. The quarter note fills in the oval. Okay, it fills in the oval. So you will be coloring the inside of your oval for this note. Okay, you will trace it just like you do the half note. You'll do the circle, the oval, trace the oval, then make the stem, then color in the oval. Okay, trace the oval, trace the stem, fill in the oval. Those are the 3 steps. So you'll trace them. Then you will practice drawing them in your boxes. Then you will practice writing them on the staff. Now notice on this one, they wrote it on the bottom space. So try and do your very best to make it look just like this one on the staff. Notice how the oval stays on the space and the stem goes all the way up to the top line. Okay? I hope you have fun tracing and drawing these notes. And if you listen to any music in the next couple weeks, listen carefully for those long sounds and short sounds. I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. We'll see you next time. Bye.